7 reasons why that person isn't for you. It's okay to walk away. If you think that person is not for you, then walk away. Yeah, it is hard to, and it will take a lot out of you. But in the end, it is better if you move on. There are so many things to consider when choosing someone, and if they don't have any of the traits you are looking for, then just keep on walking. One of the most important decisions you'll make in a relationship is finding someone who's right for you. If that special someone has all the necessary qualities and makes you oh so happy, then grab them tight. Keep in mind, there are 7 red flags you should be aware of before being too quick to say yes. Make sure to let go at the right time, or it may come back to bite you later on. Your grip around the one you want to hold will get tighter and tighter. You might think that if you just hold on a little tighter, the person you want will stay. But often, the opposite is true. When you try to hold on too tight, the other person feels suffocated and starts to pull away. It's okay to let go sometimes. If the person you're with isn't giving you what you need, it's okay to walk away. There are plenty of other people in the world who would be happy to be in a relationship with you. Don't waste your time trying to hold on to someone who doesn't want to be with you. The more you try to hold on to someone, the more they will slip through your fingers. If you find yourself constantly trying to keep someone in your life, it's time to let them go. Trying to force someone to stay with you will only lead to resentment and bitterness. If someone wants to leave, it's best to let them go. You deserve someone who wants to be with you, not someone who is constantly trying to get away from you. Don't waste your time on someone who isn't willing to give you the time of day. Eventually, you will be tired of chasing after someone who doesn't want to be caught. It's better to walk away now and find someone who is willing to be in a relationship with you. 7 reasons why that person isn't for you. Number 1, they don't make you feel happy. If the person you're with doesn't make you feel happy, then they're not the right person for you. It's okay to walk away from a relationship that isn't making you happy. You deserve to be with someone who makes you feel good about yourself. If the person you're with doesn't make you feel good about yourself, then they're not the right person for you. You deserve to be happy in your relationship, and if you're not, it's time to move on. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be with someone who makes you feel happy and content. If your current relationship isn't giving you those feels, then it might be time to walk away and find someone who does. Don't stay in a relationship just because you don't want to be alone. It's better to be single than to be in an unhappy and unfulfilling relationship. If you're not happy with the person you're with, it's okay to walk away and find someone who is a better match for you. And also, it's okay to admit that the person you're with isn't right for you. If you're not happy in your relationship, don't be afraid to end it and find someone who is a better fit for you. You deserve to be happy, and there's no shame in admitting that the person you're with isn't right for you. Number 2, they're always negative and bring you down. It's okay to walk away from someone who is always negative and brings you down. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. There are plenty of other people out there who would be a better match for you. It's also okay to walk away if you're not getting what you need from the relationship. If you're not being treated the way you deserve, it's time to move on. There are people out there who will appreciate and value you. Also, it's okay to walk away if the relationship is just not working out. Sometimes people are mismatched, and that's okay. It's better to end things now rather than stay in a relationship that isn't going anywhere. If you're finding yourself in any of these situations, it's okay to walk away. You deserve better, and there are plenty of other people out there who can give you what you need. It's okay to walk away from someone who is always negative and brings you down. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. There are plenty of other people out there who would be a better match for you. It's also okay to walk away if you're not getting what you need from the relationship. If you're not being treated the way you deserve, it's time to move on. There are people out there who will appreciate and value you. Also, it's okay to walk away if the relationship is just not working out. Sometimes people are mismatched, and that's okay. It's better to end things now rather than stay in a relationship that isn't going anywhere. If you're finding yourself in any of these situations, it's okay to walk away. You deserve better, and there are plenty of other people out there who can give you what you need. Number 3, you don't share common interests. If you don't share common interests with that person, it might be best to walk away. It's okay to not be compatible with that person, and it's not worth spending your time trying to make things work if the two of you are significantly different. Different interests can actually be a good thing, since it means you'd have lots of different things to talk about. Trying to force someone into trying new things when they aren't interested can be frustrating, so it's best to just let them be. And in the event that they change their mind and want to get involved, you're already familiar with the things that interest you. One of the first things you need to do if you're considering dating that person is to figure out if you have any common interests. If you don't, it's going to be really hard to date because you won't be able to relate to each other. If you don't share common interests, it's also going to be difficult to build a relationship with that person. You'll both be busy trying to find things to share instead of just getting along. Plus, it'll be really tough to go on dates because there will be no common ground for conversation. If you're not compatible with that person, it's okay to walk away. You don't have to stay in a relationship where you're not happy. There are plenty of other people out there who would be perfect matches for you. Number 4, they're always busy and never have time for you. If that person is always busy and never has time for you, it's okay to walk away. The reality is we all have different priorities and some people just aren't interested in spending time with you. Don't keep trying to force a connection with this person if they're not into it. It's best to assume that they're not interested and move on. Sometimes the most important thing is to stay independent and let people come to you. One of the most common reasons why someone isn't right for you is because they're always busy. They never have time for you no matter how much you try to call them or meet up with them. If someone is always busy, it's important to recognize that it might not be the best match for you. Sometimes it's better to walk away from someone who's not compatible with your lifestyle. It may mean that you'll have to find someone else who's more compatible, but it's worth it in the end. Number 5, you don't feel comfortable around them. It can be difficult to avoid getting hurt in relationships. However, if you find that the person you're dating is not appropriate for you, it's okay to walk away. When you are dating someone, it's important to feel comfortable around them. If you don't feel safe around that person, it's not realistic to attempt a relationship with them. You may also find that this person does not reciprocate your feelings. In that case, it's best to move on and find someone who is more compatible for you. It can be difficult, but it's worth it to be happy in your life. If you find yourself feeling uncomfortable around someone, it's okay to walk away. You don't need to stay around and put up with their behavior. It's important to remember that you are not obligated to be friends with someone who makes you feel uncomfortable. Number 6, they're always demanding and never give you any space. Sometimes it can be difficult to know when it is time to end a relationship. There are sometimes many factors that go into making this decision, and it can be hard to know exactly what is wrong. It can be tough when the other person refuses to listen or makes unreasonable demands. It can be hard to walk away when you are in a relationship, but it is important to do what is best for you. There are plenty of other people out there who would be perfect for you. Don't let somebody who isn't right for you keep you from finding someone who is. Trust your gut and make the decision that is best for you. One of the first things you'll notice about that person is how demanding they are. They will always be asking for something and never give you any space. This can be really tough to handle, especially if you're already feeling rushed. It can be really draining to constantly feel like you have to justify yourself to that person. Ultimately, it's okay to walk away from that person. They may not understand this at first, but eventually it will understand and hopefully appreciate your decision more. Number 7, they're not good for your mental or physical health. If someone isn't good for your mental or physical health, it's probably not a good idea to be around them. Mental and physical health are two of the most important factors in determining whether or not someone is a good fit for you. If someone doesn't have either of these things going for them, it's probably not a good idea to be around them. One reason why that person might not be a good fit for you is because they're not good for your mental or physical health. If you're not getting the type of relationship that you want out of the relationship, it's okay to walk away. You don't have to stay in a relationship where you're not happy. If you're not happy in your relationship with that person, it's okay to walk away. It's important to remember that you're not obligated to stay in a relationship that's not good for you. Physical health is one of the main reasons why it's important to stay away from that person. That person could be bad for your mental health too. If you're unhappy in your relationship, they can make things worse by trying to convince you to stay. Remember, it doesn't matter how much that person loves you. It's not right for you. It's not right. You deserve better than that. So whether it's for your mental or physical health, it's always best to walk away from a relationship that isn't working. If you find that you can't stand that person, it's okay to walk away. There are plenty of other people out there who would love to be in a relationship with them. There are many reasons why a person might not be right for you. Maybe they don't share your interests or values. Maybe they're rude or insensitive. Maybe they just don't fit into your lifestyle in some way. Whatever the reason, it's important to remember that it's okay to walk away from a relationship if it doesn't feel right. You'll never know if something better is out there waiting for you if you stay in a relationship based on a superficial level of compatibility.